What is the wildest way your life changed in a single day? I woke up as a struggling college student and went to bed as the legal guardian of 3 kids I'd never met before, all because of a phone call that came while I was eating ramen for dinner. I was 22, broke, and barely keeping up with my senior year classes when my phone rang at 7 p.m. The caller ID showed a number I didn't recognize, so I almost didn't answer. "Is this Michael Rodriguez?" the woman asked. "I'm calling from Child Protective Services. We have your contact information as an emergency guardian for 3 children." I told her she had the wrong number. I didn't know any kids, and I definitely wasn't anyone's emergency contact. She read me the names: Sophia, 8, Diego, 6, and Carmen, 4. Their mother was Maria Rodriguez, my father's cousin, who I'd met exactly once at a family reunion when I was 12. Maria had been arrested for drug possession and had no other family willing to take the kid. Somehow, she'd listed me as their emergency contact, probably because we shared the same last name. The social worker explained that the children would go into foster care unless I could take them immediately. They were scared, confused, and Diego was crying for his mom. I lived in a studio apartment with barely enough money for groceries. I had no idea how to take care of kids. No car seats, no beds, nothing. But when she described how frightened they were, I couldn't say no. "Bring them over," I heard myself saying. "I'll figure it out." 2 hours later, 3 terrified children were standing in my tiny apartment with garbage bags full of their belongings. Sophia was trying to comfort her younger siblings while fighting back her own tears. That first night, we all slept on my mattress on the floor. I stayed awake ordering kid-friendly groceries online and watching YouTube videos about how to braid hair and make breakfast that kids would actually eat. The next few months were the hardest of my life. I dropped to part-time classes, took a job at a warehouse, and learned to budget for 3 growing kids instead of just ramen and textbooks. But something amazing happened. Those scared kids became my family. Sophia helped me with my homework while I helped her with hers. Diego taught me to play soccer in the hallway. Carmen called me Mikey and insisted I read her the same bedtime story every night. The social worker visits became routine. At first, she was skeptical about a college kid raising 3 children, but she watched us figure it out together. She helped me apply for emergency assistance and connected me with parenting resources. My college friends thought I was crazy for taking on such responsibility, but my professors were surprisingly supportive. One helped me arrange flexible scheduling, and another connected me with campus childcare resources. The hardest part was learning to balance everything: homework during Sophia's soccer practice, studying while the kids napped, and somehow finding time to be the adult they needed while still being barely an adult myself. When Maria got out of rehab 6 months later, she asked if I wanted to adopt them officially. She knew they were better off with me. The paperwork took another year, but by then it was just a formality. They were already my kids in every way that mattered. 5 years later, Sophia is 13 and helps me with technology. Diego is 11 and still my soccer buddy, and Carmen is 9 and reads bedtime stories to me now. My whole perspective on success changed that day. I used to think life was about getting good grades and landing a great job. Now I know it's about showing up for the people who need you, even when you don't feel ready. Sometimes the most unexpected phone calls lead to the most important moments of your life.